Good morning and welcome to your Wallops weather briefing. Well, over the course of the last couple of days, we have seen some colder weather push its way into the Wallops area, and this morning we're even seeing some wintry weather with the snow flurries across the Delmarva Peninsula this morning. Not everybody has seen them this morning as they're fairly scattered in nature, but we are seeing a few around the Wallops area as of the 10 a.m. hour, and we'll continue to see a few snow flurries until we go into the late morning and early afternoon hours. I want to take a quick look at our radar and what we currently see. Some of these showers coming down the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay and kind of enhanced by the Chesapeake Bay as we see that northwest flow over the bay this morning. We are seeing some of those flurries making it close to the Wallops region currently. Most of the activity off to our north and west, and have seen some reports down towards the Accomack area this morning as well. But again, nothing real significant, but something pretty interesting to see out there as we see some of these flakes flying over the area this morning. I want to take a look here at our current surface analysis, and you can see high pressure moving in from the west and will continue to move in from west to east across the eastern portion of the United States. This area of high pressure getting a little closer to us as we go into the evening hours. We see a pretty tight pressure gradient over the area currently, and as that high moves closer to our area, we'll see that pressure gradient decrease a bit and see the winds coming down as we go into the evening hours tonight. But with those windy conditions currently, we have seen some winds up around 25 knots and a little higher than that at times this morning. So we do have a wind advisory out in effect that will likely remain in effect for the next several hours as we go into the afternoon today. Looking at our upper level wind data from this morning's balloon release, you can see that freezing level way down there close to the surface at 300 feet this morning. Our winds out of the northwest at around 20 knots at 1,000-foot level, and then becoming more westerly and eventually southwesterly in direction as we go up in height up to around the 25,000-foot level, where we see those winds increasing up to around 56 knots. Taking a look at our live cam, and off to the west, you can see the low clouds and some snow falling in those with those clouds off to our west. And again, even some reports of some snow flurries across the Wallops area this morning as well. Nothing significant expected out of those, but again, we will see some interesting weather for the first part of April with those flurries flying throughout the next few hours before we see a decrease in cloudiness and some more clear sky conditions later on this evening. I want to look at our visible satellite imagery, and you can see those streamers coming across the bay. Again, kind of widely scattered, and you can even tell with the satellite some gaps in those clouds as they move through. And again, coming from the northwest, moving across the Delmarva, we should see an end to these snow flurry to the setup that we have seen this morning. We should see an end to the chances for seeing those snow flurries right around noontime or into the early afternoon hours, and we'll start to see a decrease in our cloudiness as well. Looking at our long-range model here, the European model showing what we can expect over the next few days. Again, as we go into the afternoon, really not much chance of any kind of precipitation occurring, especially as we go into the weekend, as high pressure will settle over our area. So for Saturday and Sunday, looking quite nice out there with mostly sunny skies. A bit cool for us on our Saturday forecast, but for Sunday, looking at warmer temperatures, and then warmer temperatures expected, especially for the beginning of next week as we head into Monday and Tuesday. It does appear that we'll remain dry for Monday and Tuesday, and then seeing the chance of some of the precipitation chances getting a little higher as we go into the middle of the week. Some of the models are also indicating that we could see a backdoor cold front approach the region by the middle of next week as well. Some discrepancy in the models as far as how far south that makes it, and that'll have a huge difference in our temperatures here at Wallops. Like we often see this time of year, we could see inland and points south of our area very warm, and if that backdoor cold front pushes far enough south, we could be 20 degrees cooler than some of our neighbors to the south. So something to look for next week. It'll certainly be a challenging forecast as we try to get a handle on exactly where that backdoor cold front sets up. But as of right now, it looks like our best guess is that it will not make it that far south, and we'll see some precipitation, but not seeing the chilly temperatures associated with the frontal boundary, as we should see that remaining off to our north. But we will certainly keep an eye on that and update you as we go into the next week as that forecast evolves. Next 24 hours, looking at, again, some windy conditions. That is our main hazard that we are tracking right now, with their wind gusts currently up around 25 knots. Again, we do see those flurries occurring across parts of the Delmarva this morning, and we'll see the chance of some snow flurries continuing as we work our way through the morning hours. So we get into the afternoon, looking at mostly cloudy skies, a cool day for us with only a high of 45 degrees expected, and seeing those windy conditions continuing on into the afternoon. Dying down this evening, we'll see that high pressure move in close enough to really see those winds drop off quickly this evening and overnight, and that'll also allow our temperature to fall down to around 29 degrees for an overnight low. So for the next 7 days, again, looking at those AM flurries here across the Wallops region this morning, mostly sunny skies expected for your Saturday with warmer temperatures, looking for a high of 52 degrees. We'll also see our winds a bit lower tomorrow than what we have seen today. Sunday's forecast looking quite nice as well, partly to mostly cloudy skies with a high of 62 degrees. Monday looking at partly cloudy skies and an increase in cloudiness by the end of for the middle of the week, looking at temperatures right now maxing out in the mid 60s, but as I mentioned, this forecast has the possibility of changing as we get closer and get a better handle of where that backdoor cold front is going to set up for next week. Right now, looking at temperatures in the mid 60s for the highs and upper 40s to around 50 degrees for your low temperatures as we go into the middle of next week. Well, that'll wrap it up for today's weather briefing. We'll be back again Monday morning with briefings at 8:15 and at 10 a.m. Have a nice day.